Take a look around your home. That beautiful cane chair, the woven basket, or the elegant sofa, you have probably seen them all. But did you know that the same plant that gives us these beautiful furniture pieces also produces edible fruits? Surprised? Most people know cane for its strength and flexibility, but very few have ever seen its fruits growing in the wild. Welcome to Sridevi's Plant Stories. Today we are exploring the amazing world of cane, from handicrafted furniture to its little known edible fruits and the fascinating secret hidden beneath the forest canopy.
We have explored so many forests, but that plant exactly it caught my attention. It was so strong, thorny, and it was impossible to approach. What is that plant exactly?
Again, that is Calamus floribundus, and that belongs to the family Aracaceae and subfamily Calamoideae. In India or around the world, we can see more than 400 plus number of species. And among all the subfamilies, Calamoideae is the one of the largest subfamily. And the species which are under this one are commonly known as rattans, and this species normally distributed in Africa, Asia, China, and this South and Southeast Asian part, and especially the tropical forests are dominated by this particular case.
So, the scientific name sounds interesting. Does it have any meaning?
Oh, that Calamus floribundus. Calamus derived from the Greek word calamos means canes or reeds, whereas floribundus is a Latin word flowers flowering abundantly.
That's so interesting. Even the scientific name describes it's one of the most important characteristics.
Exactly. Botanical name itself tell a story if we understand their meaning. If you remember those loose hanging clusters we saw in the forest, the name fits the plant perfectly.
One more question I have. Where can people find this giant rattan?
Okay, this species mainly distributed in Northeast India, especially Meghalaya and Assam, and it also extended towards Bangladesh and northern Myanmar also. And this species is specially found in the moist areas.
Oh, that's why we found it growing nearby natural forest, right?
Exactly. You know, temperature and rainfall are playing a very important role in the distribution of vegetation around the world. And similarly, moisture and shade both are very much essential for this particular case.
Okay, now we know that where this giant rattan grows. But I have one more question. If we go back to the forest, how we can identify this giant rattan?
Oh, that's a very good question. Many rattan species look similar from a distance, but when you observe carefully, every species has its own identity. Let's identify this gained rattan step by step. Okay? First thing you will notice is its growth. Unlike trees, this plant does not grow a single trunk. Instead, many canes arises together from one clump. Each cane grows upward and then start climbing nearby trees. The plant depends on forest canopy for support. Without neighboring trees, it cannot reach its full height.
So the forest itself acts as a ladder for this rattan, right? So botanists don't identify this rattan only by fruits.
Exactly. To identify that particular cane, we need to know how the stem, phyllotaxy, and it ochrea and fruits also.
This stem looked thicker than the other rattans which I have seen before.
Yes, that's why it's considered a large diameter rattan. The cane usually measures about 2 to 5 centimeter in diameter, making it suitable for strong furniture and structural applications. Its surfaces appear smooth after removing the leaf sheath. The internodes are fairly long, giving the cane a clean, greener appearance.
So the thick stem is one of the reason why people prefers it most, right?
Yes, the thicker diameter canes are having a high commercial value.
I think the leaf sheet is more dangerous part of that plant because that thorns are really scary.
Yes, the entire leaf sheath is armed with numerous flattened spines. These spines discourage animal from feeding on the plant. They also help the rattan anchor itself while climbing through the surrounding vegetation.
You pointed out one swollen part yesterday. What was that?
Oh, that's called knee. It's a swollen joint where the leaf sheath meets the stem. Just above it is the ochrea, a protective extension of the leaf sheath. These are important identification characters used by botanists.
So botanists don't identify rattans only by fruits.
Exactly. You have seen yesterday that stem which is having a more than 5 centimeter of diameter. Actually, in rattan, we can see three different types of classification of the rattans based on three diameter classification: smaller one, medium one, and the bigger one. Actually, what we have seen this floribundus, which is having a diameter more than 5 centimeter of thickness. Bulging part of the knee, inflorescence, ochrea, and the leaf arrangement. All these are helpful for the identification of this particular cane.
Apart from the people, does this cane help the forest?
Very much because of its dense canopy, it will provide a very good shelter for many wildlife, small animals. The fruits become a food for birds and other wildlife because it climbs without killing the host tree and it forms an important part of tropical forest ecosystem.
Yesterday, while walking through the forest, I kept looking at those colorful fruits. Honestly, I never imagined that this thorny rattan could produce those colorful fruits.
Many people know that the particular cane is famous for furniture, but it will also produce edible fruit.
Even though they are wild fruits, are they nutritious?
Yes, recent studies reported that the shoots contain low fat and high fiber and which are rich in minerals. And even the fruit is also nutritious. It contains rich in vitamin C and other minerals. And these concentration of a nutritional composition varies from species to species. But
Does every rattan has same value?
no, the thicker diameter rattans are relatively fetch higher price in market compared to the medium and smaller one. The thicker diameter rattans like Calamus floribundus, which are having a high durability, strength, and which are used as a furniture outer frame, and that costs higher price in the market. Smaller rattans are also used for weaving, binding, and decorative work.
We came to know that its nutritional importance, ecological importance, and economical importance. Now, I have one more question. Does farmers can get return from growing this plant?
Oh, you were talking about the cultivation potential?
Yes.
Yes, certainly. It will be very much suitable in the tropical condition. And the main thing is propagation. Quality planting material is very much important. And after the quality planting material, we need to have a proper package of practices for this particular species. And we need to improve the skills of artisans. Eco-friendly and handicrafted materials are very much in demand. And this rattan is so much expensive in the market. But along with the skilled artisans and sustainable resource management is very much essential. Rattan cultivation in the tropical region where this particular species form favorable and well-drained soil, humid condition is very much essential. So in this particular favorable condition, we can try for a cultivation of this particular floribundus species.
So we observe that this species is not growing everywhere. But I have a concern that what are the major threats for this species?
Yes, like other canes, this species face habitat loss and increase in the shifting cultivation activity, other anthropogenic pressures. So deforestation also affecting. So in this concern, we need to do more research on propagation for integration of this particular floribundus in the agroforestry system is also very much needed. And this particular cane is a shade loving plant and it can grow under the important key agroforestry tree species also. So integration of this particular species in the agroforestry system can further enhance agro biodiversity also and farmers can earn livelihood. So let's together conserve this particular species. If you really enjoyed this discovering this particular important rattan,
Please like, share, and subscribe to Sridevi's Plant Stories.